Hello, following on from the previous video, I'm going to show you how to make another one shuttle design. This is this little square or diamond, depending on which way you look at it. And here are 4 of them joined together, so you can see how it would look like if you were making a larger piece. So it is a one shuttle design, but I'm actually going to do it with 2 shuttles today, and I'll explain to you why. It has a split ring in it and also a mock picot. Mock picot is very quick to do, but the split ring does have 9 stitches and also a join on the second half of it. So I thought it would be easier and quicker to do it with the second shuttle, but it also will let me show you another way of hiding the end using two shuttles piggyback. I'll show you how that works. So let's get started. So you only need a small bit of thread on your second shuttle. So we're just going to wind a little bit on the second shuttle. Pop the bobbin back. And we're ready to start. So we're going to start with the center rings, which are rings that have 5 picots with 3 stitches in between each picot. The pattern is on my website. If you look in the information box below the video, you can find a link to my blog where you will find the pattern, so you can print it and follow along. So 3 stitches, 1 picot, and we're going to do that 4 more times. So 3 stitches and a picot, that's 2, 3 picots, 2, 3 stitches, another picot, 1, 2, 3 stitches, and 1 last picot, and 3 more stitches, 2, 3, and close the ring. So that's the first ring completed. Second ring is the same, except we're going to join the first picot to the last picot of the previous ring. So 3 stitches and join, and then we want to do 4 more picots with 3 stitches in between. 1, 2, 3 picot, 1, 2, 3 picot, 1, 2, 3 picot, 1, 2, 3 more stitches to complete it. So that is joined, 4 more picots, and 3 stitches to finish, and close the ring. And now we're doing the third ring, which is exactly the same as the second ring. So 3 stitches and join, 3 stitches, 2, 3 and a picot, 2, 3 and a picot, and 1 more, oops, 3 a picot, and 3 more stitches. So that's the third ring made, and now the fourth ring is a split ring. So we're doing the first half with the same shuttle as before. So 3 stitches and join, 3 stitches and a picot, and 3 more stitches. So that's the first half done, and now we're going to do the second half with the other shuttle. I like to have my thread just around 3 fingers instead of 4 when I'm doing split rings. I just find that more comfortable. So with your upturned hand, we're going to fold this ring out of the way and use the second shuttle to make unflipped reverse order stitches. So that's second half, first half. It's 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 3 stitches, and now I'm going to unfold the ring to join to it And I do have a video that shows specifically how to make this join on the second half of a split ring. I'm going to add the link in the corner there if you want to go and see that. So you want to go through the picot and grab the thread that's around your hand to make this join. And then you want to pull here and make sure it's your shuttle thread that's wrapped around this thread around your hand. And 2 more stitches, a picot, and 3 more stitches. 2, 3, and close this split ring. So we have it. It's the 4 center rings are made, and now we're not reversing work, we're leaving it the same side and doing a mock picot. Second half of a double stitch unflipped, and pull it so that it's the same size as your other picots, and then just hold it with the tip of my finger and make a first half flipped, and this locks it into place. So now we're going to make the first large ring here at the corners, and in that ring we're going to first hide the end of the shuttle, which we're not going to need for the second round, and also add a magic loop so we can hide the last end when we finish the design. So the way to hide this using 2 shuttles is to just place one shuttle on top of the other, making sure that your hooks face the same way. So it may seem a bit fiddly at first, but I think you'll quickly get the hang of it. So here we are, just holding the 2 of them together, and this means that when I make the stitches, both threads, or rather the thread of the shuttle that we're going to get rid of afterwards, is being enclosed in the stitches. So that's 1 stitch, 2, and a picot, and 3 more stitches, so that's 1, 2, 3. So you can see I'm going a bit slower, but it's really doable actually once you have a little bit of practice with it. And I'll do 1 more picot, and then I'll cut the shuttle. I don't need any more. So that's it. See, it was simple. The stitches are made, and my end is now securely enclosed along the core thread. Give it a tug to make sure it's nice and tidy and snug in there, and cut, making sure you don't cut the thread you want to keep, which I did on a previous video, which you didn't see. Cut close to the stitches. And now you can just carry on and complete the ring with just your 1 shuttle. So 2 stitches a picot, 3 stitches, then we have 5 picots separated by 2 stitches. So that's 1, 2, so another picot, 2 stitches, a picot, 2 stitches, a picot, 2 stitches, and the 5th picot. Now I'm going to insert the magic loop. It's hard to see, it's very fine. I'm going to place it behind and make the last few stitches over it. So I've got now 5, I need just 1 more picot, 3 stitches a picot, and 2 stitches. So there's 1 more here. Make it a bit shorter, so hopefully I don't need to pull it through every time. So 1, 2, 3, a picot. See, by keeping the end short, you can just sort of aim it through without having to pull it through every time. So 1 more double stitch, and we don't want to have the magic loop in the last half double stitch, so I'm going to fold it behind now and just make my last half stitch of the double stitches. and close the ring. I actually want my magic loop to be at the back really, so let's pull it back. So here it is. So in that first ring, we've managed to get to deal with both our ends at the same time. So we hid the first one in the first half, and we are ready and prepared to hide the last end in the second half of this ring. So what you want to do after the first big ring is to join back in the same picot underneath it. So you want to make a lock join back where you started, like this. And next we're making a Josephine knot. It's made with the second half of a double stitch only, so they're just half stitches. So we want 3 of those, 1, 2, 3, and join. The join doesn't count, so I'm making 4 more half stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, a picot, and 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3, and close the Josephine knot. There it is. And now we're going to lock join to the next picot and make the ring here on the side ring here. So 2 stitches, join to the Josephine knot, 2 stitches, and here we have a slightly graduated picot, so I'm going to make a small one, just 1 stitch in between, a slightly bigger one, and another small one. So and then 2 stitches, a picot, and 2 more stitches to complete the ring. So that's the ring for the side. And again we're lock joining to the next picot. And making a Josephine knot. So 3 half stitches, join, 4 half stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, a picot, and 3 more half stitches, 2, 3. That's it, and now we're ready to make the next large ring on the corner. So join to the next picot, and this ring has 2 stitches, then join, 3 stitches, then 5 picots separated by 2 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the 5th one we want 3 stitches, so that's 1, 2, 3, 1 last picot, and 2 stitches, and close the ring. So that's a full side done. I'm going to carry on and meet you back at the end. We're just going to repeat this all the way around until we're back at the last Josephine knot. So here we are, we're back at the beginning. I've made the last side ring and the last lock join here. I hope you made it too without any problems. The main thing I think is always to not forget to make a lock join after the large ring back into the same picot. I think that's the one that would be easy to forget. So we're ready to make the very last Josephine knot. So 3 half stitches, join, 4 more stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for the last join you want to flip this ring over so you're looking at the back of it, and you want to go through the picot from behind and grab your thread to make the join. And then complete the ring as normal with 3 more half double stitches. 1, 2, 3. And close the ring. Oops. Take it on the front. Right, so that's it. We can cut the thread. And for the last, to join back at the beginning with the bit of thread here, I'm going to go from behind in the first picot from the beginning, because I want the thread to end up in the back so we can hide it. So pulling a loop here to the back, and then I'm going to pass the tail through it like this. So you want to make sure you pull everything so there's no gaps, and then you can tighten this little loop, which is going to hold the thread secure. And the last thing to do is to use your magic loop. Here it is. You're going to open it up and pass the end through it, and then just pull it through. I do like magic loops. The only thing, as I said in the beginning, I love using them, but I regularly forget to put them in. And just pull it through. See, wonderful. Then keep pulling so that all the end is inside. Like this. And cut close to your work. So here it is, the little square, or the little diamond, as you prefer it. I hope you enjoy making it. See you next time. Bye bye.